Mary, you first.
My name is Mary Kessler. And we're sitting here in the Blue Moon Casino. It's 6:30 on a Saturday night. And the show doesn't start till 8:30, but we came early to set up. But we've gotten so good at setting up that now we have a lot of time just to sit around and roll cigarettes.
And enjoy the fruits of our labor.
And what was your function in this production?
I did everything.
What did you do?
Except for the acting. I didn't do the acting part.
Oh,
But other than that.
Why don't you tell us a little bit something about what you did?
Well, I found all the people to make this space look the way it does. Can you like get a 360-degree pan of this room?
Yeah.
And all the 200 press releases and the 4,000 flyers we sent out and all the programs that we did. And figured out how to get into space and how to get all the people over to the space and all the stuff over into this space. And I'm still working on how to get all the stuff out of this space when we're done with it.
Was there any particular problem that you ran into that was bigger than any other problem?
No, just the usual problems, like there was somebody living in the space when we were trying to get in here, so we had to get them to leave. And the platforms that we rented from the Magic Theater were really heavy, and we had to get a really big truck, and when we went over there to pick them up, nobody knew who we were, and so it took about 12 hours when it should have only taken 1 hour. And Mark thought 6 platforms would fit into his truck, but only 3 fit into his truck. So about 2 o'clock in the morning, we realized that we weren't going to be able to get it all done that night. We'd have to do it again some other time. But it's been a pretty trouble-free production because everybody involved in it is really good at what they do. Like David Levy was an angel from heaven. He built all our stuff for us. We light.
Yep.
And Will Simon did the lights, and he's just wonderful. He just comes in and makes sure everything's up to code and all the wiring's safe and we're not going to burn down or anything. David makes sure there's all the right fire exits, and so we're up to code and everything. Well, there was a big problem with all the drapes that we had to hang in here. Wendy Stitt and I went out and found all this material, and the day we were putting it up, I took some of it out in the backyard and set it on fire with a big lighter, just like this one. Except it wasn't red, but it was almost just like this one. And when I lit the stuff, maybe you got to zoom in on that, because this is an important part of theater, because the fire marshals come with these, and they hold it up to your set, and they hold it there for 30 seconds, and if your set lights, then they close you down. See? And in fact, this drapery went up like napalm, so we had to take it all down, and we had to go find some fire retardant stuff to soak it all in. But there's only one company in California that makes this stuff. So it was really hard to find. We couldn't get it from the company. We had to track down some other people who, actually Steve, one of the tech guys that works for the Hawkeyes, happened to have some left over from tokens, and it was just enough to do all this stuff. But it was pretty funny when Wendy was putting this stuff up, she had to wear a gas mask because the stuff that you soak it in is really highly toxic. And as we know, she's 3 months pregnant, so she was wearing a gas mask and ironing this stuff and hammering it up on the wall. So that was kind of a problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Merle Kessler, and I wrote this play that we're doing here. Mary's producing, and I'm also acting in it.
What part are you playing?
I'm playing Bob Keller, who's sort of a Philip Marlowe character. And the play is sort of Philip Marlowe meets Errol Flynn, sort of the idea. And Mary and I formed a production company called Civilized Entertainments, and we did this for 2 reasons. One was, I wanted to work on the play and get it written, and the other one was to see if we could do a play on not much money. And both those things happened. So
what was your budget?
$2,000.
Wow.
So tell them how we got the money in the first place.
Oh, so yeah, the seed money for this, my father got a life insurance policy on my life when I was, I think, 5 years old. And he didn't ever try to kill me that I remember. But if he had, I think he would have, come away with like $50,000-$60,000. But last year, anyway, he decided to cash it in, so he gave me the money.
It matured finally.
It matured after 30 years. And after paying out $5 for 30 years, we ended up with $2,000. After 6 months of trying to get this out of the insurance company, we finally got it. And that formed the seed money for doing this.
Farewell, Captain Blood.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to get it back. We might lose a couple hundred, but
Good.
Yeah, so our first production was successful.
Successful.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to try and do it next year, and probably going to try and do this show in some version or another this fall sometime, somewhere.
See, the really important thing about doing this kind of theater is we've torn down the fourth wall, and we've painted the black box. We've painted the black box of theater white. So we've kind of changed all the rules that I know of for theater.
Smart fun is the idea.
We like people to be able to drink and relax while they're watching the show and not have to sit in rigid church pews to watch something. I don't know where this idea of total darkness and rigid seats for theater came in.
Church is a holy experience. I mean, a theater is a holy experience.
Theater is kind of a church-like holy experience.
Well, Merle, tell us something about the writing of this. What sort of problems did you have with writing it? How long did it take you to write?
How long did it take you to write this?
About 3 years. 3 years.
It took you 3 years to write it?
Off and on. I mean, not constantly.
Have you done many other plays?
Yeah, I've written a bunch of plays. But this one seemed like best one I've written. It seems like I know pretty much what's going on, and a lot of plays I write, I don't know really what I'm doing.
How has the realization of this play met with your expectations?
Very close, actually. I mean, I was trying to do a play where it would be fun, like all the parts would be fun for all the actors, so they wouldn't be, spear holders and that kind of stuff. I like to write plays with large casts, just because I like to see a lot of people on a stage. And this play originally had 14 people in it. And I cut that down to 12 and then double cast Ed Rachels and Bob Moore in their two stunning characterizations of two well-written and extreme characters.
Was this a deliberate double casting? I mean, was this something that you thought of while you were writing the play, or was it just...
Well, I was just trying to think of casting and who I could ask to be in it. And it just seemed like 10 people was about as many as, I could handle. Ideally, I think I'd like to have, I'm going to go back and rewrite it, and I'm going to put back in a couple of characters that I took out. And I think I'm going to add another character, too.
It seems to oddly make sense that the same character would play, one of the CIA agents and the colonel, one of the CIA agents and the revolution.
The only thing is I wouldn't mind having black actors do those parts.
Oh, yeah. That'd be great. I was thinking of Shabaka for Revolutionary.
And also there's a good friend of ours who was in Denver and now is in the Bay Area. You might be interested.
We need to expand our circle of theater friends to include more than middle-aged, middle-class Caucasians.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Here's
you.
Dave Barrett.
Here's Dave Barrett. Maybe we can get him to talk on your little machine.
Okay.
It's hard to get my face this big in the camera. I just wanted to add one very important thing, which is Busy Petrov. They just wrote everything in this production. Those guys over there are talking so loud that I can't get this on the tape. So we'll edit that part out. I just want to say that Busy Petrov was a gem, a best gal, a key grip throughout this entire production. And that Kathy Stoltz also outdid herself above and beyond the Call of Duty here. And also that I have a new haircut.
So why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Dave Barrett. I'm the saxophone player. sometimes.
Uh-huh. And how did you come upon this production?
Through the back door. No, I've known.
The hell is that?
This is a Lithuanian Christmas tree. I've known Merle and Mary for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And also the musical director, Raoul.
Mm-hmm.
Say something, Raoul.
And tell me about the music that you play in this production.
Well, it's good.
Uh-huh.
And covers a variety of popular styles.
Uh-huh. Is it fun for you to play?
Oh, it's a lot of fun, you know. I wish there was just lots more of it.
Got 2 new songs?
Goes by fast. I know, I heard there's 2 new songs. That's why I'm here early.
Well, thank you, Dave.
My pleasure.
Oh, good. On the other hand, have you noticed that the foot of the band always look in there? Every time there's a reference to casting you.
It's a 360-degree pan.
About an hour and a half from now, this place is going to be hopping.
It's gonna be jumping.
It's going to be jumping.
The sun's gonna set, crickets are gonna come out. We did have a cricket come.
Really? Sheldon did show up.
Sheldon did show up at 8:41.
Yeah.
Well, I just couldn't really dock his pay.
No, actually we did. We made you give us money.
Introduce yourself, please.
How do you do? My name is Raoul Ndesamba, and I'm the musical director of Farewell Captain Blood. Am I talking loud enough?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Working on Farewell Captain Blood was by far one of the most exciting experiences in my long and checkered show business career.
Keep talking.
That about sums it up.
That does about sum it up.
Mhm.
I've had a long and checkered show business career, and this is, without question, one of the most exciting moments of it.
And tell us what you did on this production.
I was the musical director. What I did was I directed the music.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of music in the show. It's a show with songs, and the songs are composed of lyrics and music. And the lyrics were all written by Merle Kessler, who also wrote the script and starred in it, and had a major hand in directing and producing it. And then there's the music part of the songs, and I wrote half of the music, that is, all of the music for half of the songs, and I directed all of the music for all of the songs. And the music was performed by me and Raoul's Modern Dance Orchestra, who on some nights was Sheldon Brown and on other nights was Dave Barrett. And one night Raoul's Modern Dance Orchestra got stuck in traffic. And what else did the musical directing?
What are your credentials?
I'm a member of Radio Shack's Battery Club, and I took piano lessons for 8 years. I also played piano and synthesizer in the show and was responsible for some of the amazing sound effects that were credited to Dennis McIntyre and Busy Petrov, including the phenomenally lifelike machine guns in the middle of the second act, toward the end of the second act.
How did that make you feel when Busy Petrov and Dennis McIntyre got credit for some of those?
That was probably one of the low points in my checkered career in show business. But I'm trying to be a big guy about it. I try to shrug it off.
Wave goodbye.
Bye. What I keep it down a second. This is an example of what
He beats me when I play the wrong note.
I beat you with the music. This is an example of what I do as a musical director. Right now I'm going to direct Earl's Modern Dance Orchestra in a new song that we're just adding to the show
Change from your
last
wedding gown
Thursday.
into your dress. You know what Great.
I'm going to
Act
sight,
like there's no camera there.
I'm going to sight read this tune perfectly.
We'll do it a little slowly.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, okay.
1, 2, da-da-da-da-da.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Where are you?
We're
Top?
in.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, I see what that says. Okay.
That's all a musical director does, is he just tells me to make mistakes. Aside from that, he's doing everything perfectly. When he makes a mistake, I what he's doing wrong. You can probably do this. There's a little matchbook you can fill out saying, direct me, and it's got the little pieces of music. You send it into the famous musical directors school. You gotta remove the matches first, or it'll like catch on fire in the middle of the post and start a big fire in the post office, and that wouldn't be good. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 2-beat rest. Da 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 3, 4.
I'm really
da,
sorry.
da, da. And well, you
No,
should
really,
be.
I am.
2, 3, 4. 1st. These two bars are repeated there.
Which means what?
Important thing. One of the most important things about producing a show with a lot of actors and technicians and music people is that you have to feed them all the time. That's been one of my most important roles here. And when we get the billion-dollar production company, the first person we're going to hire is a cook. Then we're going to hire a publicist.
Okay, why don't you introduce yourself? Your name?
My name?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how any of this happened. It's just... I have nothing to do with it.
What's your name, ma'am?
Dancer.
What's your name in real life?
Real life. Is that what this is about?
Uh-huh.
In real life, Deborah Gwynn.
Okay. And you play the role of Dancer
Mm-hmm.
in Farewell, Captain Blood.
In Farewell, Captain Blood.
Yeah. How did you get that part?
I'm not sure.
Was it an arduous audition?
No, I didn't audition. I was discovered.
And how has this been for you? How's the production going?
The production for me is almost over.
Uh-huh. Has it been fun?
Have I had fun? I have really had fun.
Have you really?
I have really had fun.
Uh-huh. Is this a good part?
This part is a good part. Yeah.
What makes this part good?
Maybe the songs.
Uh-huh.
The songs are good.
You get to sing?
Yeah,
You like to sing?
I do like to sing.
Do you have a good voice?
It's what I read in the papers.
Hi, I'm the hostess, but I'm not in costume yet. Although I can be as pretentious now as I usually am when the play is going on.
What is your name?
My name's Hazel Weiser, and I'm the hostess of the Blue Moon Casino. It's a very important role. I get to talk dirty to all the customers and pick out the cutest boys in the audience, and none of them ever want to go home with me.
Why not?
Well, I think they're afraid of my large breasts. I have incredibly large breasts, and I'm so overwhelmingly beautiful that they they just don't know what to do. I think I'm going to put my sunglasses back on and put on my big breasts now. Would you like to interview me after I have my breasts on?
Yes, I would.
Okay, I'll be back in just a minute, okay?
Hello, Ed. How are you, Ed? It's real nice to see you, Ed. And you, too. What the fuck are you doing? I told you to stay away.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Marley. How you doing?
Pretty good. Dave, did it work out okay when you got home?
Well,
Dave?
I got a pretty good amount of trouble for it.
Oh, yeah?
Dave, I think you want to step out here for a second.
Just for getting the keys?
Well, that wasn't the point. What do I want to do? Am I getting interviewed now?
Yeah, you want to step against this wall over here.
Okay.
What's your name?
Dave Terry.
Uh-huh. And what part do you play in this show?
I'm Jack.
Uh-huh. And what is that part?
Jack is a flyboy, and he's an old friend of the protagonist Keller.
Mm-hmm. And how did you get
About
that
all we
role?
want to say, huh?
How'd you get that role?
I begged.
Uh-huh. And what, do you like playing this role?
Yes, I do. I'm having a wonderful time. I get to sing 2-3 songs, and of course, I get to perfect my already perfect acting skills.
Uh-huh. Anything else you want to say for the camera?
I love everyone, and let's have lunch.
Me too.
Can I go now? Well, I'll stay around. You want to talk about something else?
Did you get your car keys last night?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You want to tell us about that?
I will tell you about that, actually, because I didn't really forget the car keys. I had the car keys, and I didn't leave the set of keys at home that I was supposed to. And my wife couldn't take the babysitter home, and the babysitter's mother didn't want her to be out late. And, well, I guess I kind of have egg on my face now.
Yeah.
It wasn't an adult kind of thing to do, but I
Yeah.
felt what the heck.
Did you get to sleep at home last night?
Yes, I did. I slept at home, actually in bed with my wife.
Huh.
And
That would be
several
Mimi.
other people who were invited for different reasons. That would be Mimi, my wife Mimi. Mimi Morgan is her name now. She didn't take my name when we got married because she doesn't like it.
Now, there's been a rumor going around that you wear kind of odd underwear.
Would you like to see them?
Are you wearing them today?
I am wearing the same pair that I had on last night because, frankly, the laundry didn't get done again. Let's give you a quick flash over here. Side flash, I think. There you go. That's the pattern there. And my friend Mark Ward, who plays Fat Man in this production, has a similar pair, and we've been comparing as the weeks have gone on. And so we're thinking about starting a kind of an underwear club.
What about that little leopard G-string thing you were wearing one night?
That was Sunday
us about
night's
that?
kind of special feature.
Uh-huh.
That was a leopard kind of cup, kind of almost a jock.
Uh-huh.
And it was frankly kind of a cheap ploy to attract attention from the female members of the cast.
Did it work?
No, no. As a matter of fact, howls of derision and laughter greeted me the minute I took my pants off.
Uh-huh.
So I refused to disrobe before the cast
Now,
anymore.
I'm just curious, was that an oversight? Did you just forget you were wearing those, or did you wear those on purpose?
No, I wore those because we've been talking about my underwear for two solid weeks, and I thought it was about time that I finally took things firmly in hand, and I wore some weird underwear. This is my friend Bill. I guess you know him. He's the director. I guess he'll be interviewed next.
Yeah, Bill's next.
Hey,
okay,
who is
Dave,
this
you're free.
Twinkie with the camera?
Bill, you want to stand over against that wall right there? All the way against the wall, Bill.
Right. That's right. Lock and
Now,
load. You have any last requests, Bill?
You want to,
Want a cigarette? Anything like that?
You want to introduce yourselves, please?
I'm Bill. And,
Bill who?
Allard.
Uh-huh.
And
Who's that?
this is my date for the evening.
Richard what?
Allard, we have the same name, but we're not related.
There's no relation.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got there? Huh?
This is my stomach area.
Uh-huh. You proud of this particular area?
Yeah, I've been working on this. This is getting bigger and bigger.
Uh-huh.
Doing this play, I worked on it a lot. I drank a lot of beer and got it real big.
Okay, Bill,
Want to
you
hear
want...
it? Wait a minute. Here, I can get it. Do you want to hear Richard's stomach? Here. Yeah. That's what we do.
Sort of the same tune, even.
Yeah. Can I go now?
No. Bill, tell us what was your function on this production? We can't see down there anymore, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know. I never could quite figure out what I was doing.
Really? What was
Mostly was to get excited.
What was your title?
Emperor.
You were the emperor of this production.
Yes, it was. Well, I wasn't. I was actually. Well, Mary's the prime minister. Merle would be the voodoo god from hell, and I guess I was the director.
Okay. What I'd like to know from you is, from the time that you first read this script by Merle, to the time that you saw it produced on stage, how was it different than what your original ideas were and what your original intention was?
There's no difference.
It was
exactly as I imagined in my mind. The blocking, the set, the costumes. When I first read it, I read it in the bathtub the first time, and I got the pages all wet. And when I read it that time,
you were taking a bath?
When I read it, yes.
Did you
so
use
I
soap
saw a lot
that
of water. I never use soap.
Okay, go ahead.
What a stupid question. No, and I've always saw it with exactly the cast that's doing it, and exactly in this space. But I saw a lot more tracking shots that we don't have now. I don't have enough tracking shots. If we had some more tracking shots, then it would be exactly like my image. That's all.
Did you have fun with this production? Or? Okay, say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
I gotta go play with my date now. See you later.
Bye.
Hi, Merle.
Hello, Edward.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Dennis McIntyre. My name is Dennis McIntyre. My name is Dennis McIntyre. Will the real Dennis McIntyre stand up, please? And here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
So, what role do you play in this production?
I play a key role in this production. I am Ice Pick Willie, spot remover.
Mary?
For the fat man.
And what is it that what is Ice Pick Willie? Who is he?
Ice Pick Willie is, well, he's a man of few words. And that's largely because his intellect is kind of on the short side. And it's a grew up by the streets kind of guy, you know. He knows what he's got to do, and things get.
Where is he from?
Ice Pick Willie comes from Bedlam Heights, New Jersey.
And what were his parents like?
Oh, jeez. Flo and Eddie. His parents. Eddie's parents. And Willie's parents. Hard to say. Because, you know, you get to that point about 4 years old, you just can't take it in the house anymore, you hit the street, you know? Yeah.
So you didn't really know him too well?
Nah, it's, you know, after a while it was me feeding them instead the other way around. I figured, hey, it's time to put this pops in, you know?
Why don't you tell us what it's been like for you to be involved with this production?
This production, the Farewell Captain Blood production. Well, it's a... worthy of DeMille. Definitely worthy of DeMille, I would say.
Yeah.
A prodigious amount of energy involved and not enough time. Probably a large factor in its success to date.
How does this compare to other productions you've worked on?
With the possible exception of doing the Orange Queen, this has been my most fun production to date. Yeah, good time. All for fun and fun for all, that's what I say. Buckle my swash and, you know,
Buckle your swash?
yeah. Actually, Devlin gets to buckle his swash all over this show, and the rest of us, we don't even get a song. Jeez.
So you feel bad that you don't get any songs?
Yeah, I think, you know, Willie's song, doesn't that sound nice?
Uh-huh.
Whatever fat man wants, Willie gets. But do you think that'll work? I should get that. I should get that. See, write up some lyrics for that.
You gotta talk to Merle about that.
Yeah, I've been talking to Merle. I haven't been received them. Now don't jumping up and down over it.
How'd you like to get your knife and show us a couple of...
A couple of fast moves, eh? Hey, all right. Hang on here.
Okay, we'll wait right here for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is known another way. Follow me. This is known as a ballet song, or in some quarters, a manila folder. Through a series of very neat moves, one winds up
Let's get a close-up on that.
with a nasty-looking knife.
Okay, go ahead once more.
Like that? Have to be very careful that you don't close it on your finger. But other than that, it's an impressive piece of work. Ta-da!
Thank you, Dennis.
That's quite all right. Anytime, anytime.
Wave goodbye.
Bye-bye, Eddie!
It's needed. The shine of your teeth will be just fine.
Hot, simply hot.
Yeah.
Yes.
This way, Miguel.
Yes,
Your
Mr.
time
Riggs.
is now, boy.
I'm looking at the person of the future right here. This is our evolution.
Close approximation.
One end outside.
Up against this wall right here.
What? It shoots bullets too. What do you want me to do?
What do you want to do?
Nothing. Hi. Isn't this embarrassing for all of us?
Why don't you introduce yourself first of all?
I need no introduction.
You must speak louder.
I don't need any introduction. If you don't know who I am already, then you obviously have not seen Farewell, Captain Blood.
And let's just suppose I haven't seen it.
You really want my actual name?
Uh-huh.
Mike. 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 Get it?
Like what?
You're really making this hard for me. I'm a private person, okay? I don't do any camera work, okay? I only do stage work where only 30 people at a time can see me, okay? I don't want any massive exposure, so Mike Gottlieb, Gottlieb, as in.
What part do you play in this production?
I play Roger Devlin, a movie star of great renown, of limited talent, and of adventure-seeking hedonism.
Is he patterned after anybody in particular, do you know?
Errol Flynn, My Wicked, Wicked Ways.
Did you?
It's all in there.
Did you read the book? Did you
Yes.
use that as?
Merle gave it to me the very first rehearsal. After the first reading, he said, "No, Mike, no, read the book." And so that's what we did.
And how has it been for you to be in this production? Have you enjoyed yourself?
Yes, immensely, immensely. Especially the high wages they pay. Incredible for a non-union production. What the deals you can get.
How much are you getting?
$2,000 a week.
Really?
2,000 cases of beer a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. It's great. Great people in the play. Everyone is fantastic. I love you all, especially you, Mr. Cameraman. Bye. So, you want the next audition person?
I think we've got everybody so far.
Oh, really? Okay, but you just stand here with that red light going.
Okay.
Because I don't want to leave you with the red lights going, because I know that, I'm much more interesting than a wall. The red light's still going. Do you know how to work this thing?
I think you understand now what I was talking about before. About being so intimidating in this character. So I go home every night by myself and take my breasts off and long for the days when menopause will make them big on their own accord. I have to go seat my company now.
Do you mind if we get a tight shot on your breasts?
Of course not.
Okay, you want to bend over a little bit, please? Just focus here.
I mean, are they too big to get into the lens?
No, they fit.
Thank you. Can I leave now?
Glad I could make it again tonight.
Okay, come here and stand up against this wall here. Want to introduce yourself?
I'm Mark Ward. I'm actually the fat man. And it's the night before the last night, but the night of the big party, and we're all happy to be here.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, I was born poor. I learned to play golf early though, and from there I've just gone up. I've just increased my life condition that way.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a building contractor. I build things.
Like what?
Oh, like houses and buildings and bathrooms and decks and. I don't do any plumbing. No plumbing.
How have you used this profession in incorporating it into your character?
Well, you know, see this blood blister here? When you hit yourself real hard like that, it really builds a rage inside, and the fat man's kind of like a big blood blister. He's been hit a lot, so he's got this rage. You know what I mean?
How has it been for you working in this production?
Well, the earth kind of has moved. I've been real pleased to do this. Work with talented people like Ed Rachels, for instance. As a master of just
Tell me,
what
stands out most in your mind about this Ed Rachels guy?
Well, Ed, he kind of lives on the Ed, if you know what I mean. And it's his crazy kind of spontaneity, that wit and humor and charm. That's mostly, and his space. It's just stood out.
Now, I heard that you were going to take a puppy home. You want to tell us about that?
Well, you know, I was going to take a puppy home. My heart was about this big, but I called my wife and the bitch said, "Don't you dare! Don't bring the puppy home."
What'd you just call your wife?
I called her on the telephone. I said, to which she said,
"Oh, I see.
Don't bring the puppy home." So.
Yeah, I think you're in a little trouble now.
So yeah, with the woman who kept the puppy overnight. Oh boy. Oh good Lord. Well, that's life, you know. That's life. Well, yeah.
Well, thanks a lot.
Here comes some other stars.
Okay.
So we'll be talking to you again in Hollywood.
Bye bye. Somebody.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Would you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Bob Moore.
And tell us what role do you play in this production?
It's funny you should say role, because actually I play two roles. One is the notorious Colonel Hand, kind of Ricky Ricardo gone bad. And I play one half of a fabulous comedy team, a couple CIA agents. Ed Rachel's the other person, plays the other CIA agent. CIA agents in disgrace. Anything else?
Well, tell me what it's been like to work on this production.
It's been mostly fun. The parts that haven't been fun I won't go into, but they usually have to do with drinking too much Orangina and feeling a little queasy because of that. Everything else has been really great. Good cast.
Can you think of one particular instance that stands out in your mind, either on stage or off during this production that you'd like to relate?
Like an anecdote?
An anecdote, sure.
Wow, boy, you kind of caught me unprepared here. It'd be kind of a toss-up between falling down dead and lying with my binoculars embedded in my chest for a good 3 or 4 minutes, probably just the curtain call song. I have such a darn good time doing every night.
Well, would you care to go into a little rendition of the curtain call song?
Well, there's the curtain call song, and then there's the real curtain call song.
Well, what's the encore song?
The encore song. I was hoping you'd ask that. It goes something like this. Of course, maybe if you'd like to harmonize with me.
Well, you go ahead and do it, and I'll catch it later.
Okay. My name is Good King Lancelot. I like to sing and dance a lot. When I remove my pants a lot, the ladies come and prance a lot. La 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 la. La 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 la.
You better come in my kitchen.
Flies open, Jan.
It's supposed to be. I like it this way.
It's like kangaroo style, huh?
Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Jan Murray Baldwin.
And what part do you play in this production?
Angel.
Tell us about Angel.
I can't do this. She's a dumb blonde who isn't really dumb. His consciousness hasn't been raised yet, but is coming up. She's involved with someone she shouldn't be involved with.
Speak up a little bit.
She's involved with someone she shouldn't be involved with, and waits too long to leave. Gets in trouble. She's sweet and straightforward. No, she doesn't die. She gets away and goes and does good things for herself.
Now, how is Angel like Jan?
Is this like a serious interview? Well, I've been involved with many people I shouldn't have been involved with. I think maybe sometimes the head doesn't rule the heart. It tends to be difficult. I'm sweet once in a while. Can be adoring. She adores Devlin, and it fades, but she doesn't leave when it fades. I don't want to give myself away anymore.
Tell us how you've enjoyed working on this. Have you enjoyed working on this production?
Yes. I've enjoyed meeting a lot of the people that I've met, like Ed, like Mark, like Dennis. Enjoyed working with Merle again and looking at his handsome, homely face. Gloomy.
Handsome, gloomy face.
That's right. It's been a good opportunity to practice patience and flexibility for me.
Any one anecdote you can think of in regarding this production? Any one incident, or does anything stand out in your mind?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm gonna.
We all do? All right, so you have to feed me questions.
Okay, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Carol Shoup-Sanders.
And what part do you play in this?
I play Mrs. Bennett, Alice Bennett.
What do you know about Mrs. Bennett?
She lives in Miami. She has a very swank apartment that has orange shag rug on the floor and white sofa and chair. And on the end table, she's got those tall white lamps that have gold flecks in them. It's a very swank apartment. There's a fountain in the foyer.
How long has she lived in Miami?
Oh, she's lived there about 3 years now, permanently. She's always had a place there, but...
Where's she from?
She's originally from Illinois.
How did she make all her money?
Well, she was a model. She was a model before she married a wealthy man eventually, but she was a very successful model.
What particularly endears you to Mrs. Bennett?
Her money.
What else?
She does have a sense of adventure. She likes men a lot, especially younger men. But she likes money more.
How is Mrs. Bennett like Carol Shoup Sanders?
Jesus, I have no idea. I have no idea, except we wear the same clothes.
Do you like younger men?
Oh yes, this is true. I do like younger men a lot. And I think I would like money if I could ever keep it in my hands long enough to get familiar with it. But I guess, yeah, I guess we're similar.
What's it been like working on this production?
It's been a gas.
Yeah?
Yeah. All the younger men. I mean, what can I say?
Any younger man in particular you're thinking about?
There's a fellow, he only has one brief scene in the second act. But when he says, okay, dig you later, man, it's cream time. That's all I can say. It's just fantastic.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hi. Who are you?
My name is Edward Seth Rachel.
That's a nice name.
Thank you. Seth is a biblical name, actually.
I remember.
You do? Did you read the Bible?
Once. And who are you in this play?
I play two characters. I play a guy named Ray. He's a CIA agent, actually an ex-CIA agent. And I also play a revolutionary, a hairy revolutionary, by the name of John Canoe.
What do you think John Canoe means?
John Canoe.
Which of these two characters do you identify more with?
I think I probably identify more with Ray.
Why?
Well, he's a real creep. He's kind of scary. I think I'm kind of scary. I'm kind of creepy. He's dangerous. I'm dangerous. I like his pointy shoes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but I have this sort of...
I'd call it that.
Yeah. And this is Ray's mustache. This is not my mustache. And it's kind of a sinister jobby. Yes? Anything else you'd like to ask?
Well, I'd like to ask you how you've enjoyed this production.
I have had a ball. I've really had a ball, yeah. I'd like to thank Merle and Mary and everybody else involved with it. This is actually the first time I've gotten to play a character, in this case two characters, for more than one or two performances. And that for me is, I mean, I just had a ball.
That's good. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
We dusted the Dutchman that night in December. We killed him for friends he'd betrayed. The sewers were freezing, or don't you remember? The secret police were dismayed. Remember the promise we made?
We made a promise that night in December. We traded the guns for the gold. We made a vow in a world made of water, in a
swore by the devil and the deep blue sea. We swore by the stars above. Never gonna happen, never meant to be. I'll never surrender to love. Never surrender to love. Night they killed Andre, we ran for the border. We made it with seconds to spare. Pursued by the men who embraced the new order, we escaped sudden death by a hair. What a typical moment to share. We swore by the devil and the deep blue sea. We swore by the stars above. Never gonna happen, never meant to be. I'll never surrender to love. Never surrender to two ships passing the blue moonlight, steering by the stars above. Reeling and rolling in the endless night, I'll never surrender to love. Never surrender to love. Never surrender to love.
Oh, what is it? It can surprise you, you know? You just think it does, just keep singing and then it stops. It stops in the middle of nowhere.
I was more concerned with Ed running into my mic cord.
They won't do that during the show, will they?
The president don't know everything. Colonel get most everything to get the president. Fat man, the president say, I'll give you buried treasure if you help me get away. Give you all the money and I'll give you all the gold. What is it for the treasure if I never get old? And twisting, everybody's twisting. Twisting in the wind, twisting is the sin we do in a bad man's way. Find what is it, collect your thoughts, tell me what you think. The chips will fall, truth is hard to swallow. How do you find the balance in money? No getting tired of a Caribbean life. Too much pressure and too much strain. Want to take his money to the laundry, but the colonel of the island won't let him get away. Fat man's got the treasure and he's got the president. He went to the colonel with a devious intent. That's when he told the colonel you can have it the day. If you let me take the money to the president. Give him this one right away. Also, you can sing it to Merle too.
You didn't want me to.
You know what? David, Merle?
I'm just starting it to him and then I go out.
Yeah, right. But you can keep
a little fast, but I mean, you know.
If we can pull it off that, is it intelligible at that tempo?
Needs to be a little bit.
I had the lyrics. I had all the lyrics in there. And then when you can go. Yeah. I'm gonna recap. Yeah. All right.
You guys want a bartending couple? You want to introduce yourselves to the folks at home?
Hi, I'm Susan Schoonmaker.
Hi, and I'm Simon.
Simon Hugh Lang. We're serving drinks tonight. What are you doing?
Tonight?
Yeah.
After the show?
Later, yeah.
I'll be sleeping.
That's too bad. It's unfortunate, don't you think?
Unfortunate for a guy like this.
A guy like that?
Yeah, like that.
Whoever he is.
Ed, the name's Ed.
Oh, I've seen you somewhere before. Your hair was different, though. Which reminds me, in all seriousness, Ed, when you sit here, are you supposed to have a bottle of beer or no? Remember Thursday you grabbed a bottle of wine. Do you have any preference?
What happened was, actually Thursday it worked really well. There wasn't a bottle of beer, just a bottle of wine on the other
Yeah, I noticed. Okay, so leave one right here.
Yeah, right there is good. And it's automatic focus. With Carlotta.
Next thing I remember,
Oh, Carlotta.
I woke up in a prison.
My Carlotta.
The last thing I remember,
Oh, Carlotta.
was dancing with Carlotta.
My Carlotta.
I asked my fellow prisoners, where's Carlotta?
She's mistress to the general.
My Carlotta.
That's why we were nice. One dance with Carlotta. You must pay the price.
Prison cell was open.
Ooh, Carlotta.
The gardener and the general.
Ooh, Carlotta.
And we all asked the general,
Where's Carlotta? With Carlotta.
Little thing they call the summer.
With Carlotta.
The last thing I remember,
Carlotta.
there was a revolution.
Carlotta.
We have another general.
Carlotta.
He's dancing with Carlotta.
My Carlotta.
One dance with Carlotta,
And then you pay the price.
one little kid,
With Carlotta.
one little dime,
With Carlotta.
one little dime,
With Carlotta.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's not going to be something another homosexual thing.
And so is the Batman. Yeah. Wait till tomorrow night. I've been working on this character.
Do some angel lines, Mark. Dave's the one who's got it.
Yeah, Dave Terry should play you. Actually. Batman. All different.
Oh yeah? And a swish? Yes, really.
Nobody wants your part.
Nobody wants to play part.
It's a good part.
Nobody wants to sing.
Well, you're the only one here.
Yeah, oh, real catty.
Great.
How tells me. How are we getting along then?
Oh, I can paint my nails.
Oh, really? That'd be great.
Is this the Colonel Hand thing?
What are you gonna paint on them?
I paint my nails.
Stick me in a title.
Two characters.
Rachel.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name's Busy Petrov, and I'm the stage manager and sound person, but when I first started this project, I really wanted a role in the play, and I always thought it would be nice to play Carlotta, the character that dances behind the woman in the scene with Bob and Ed, and dance behind Dave Terry in a fancy little dress and be all killer diller. And then the other character that I'd really like to do is be John Canoe, just because, I don't know. You got me covered, copper! Ah!
What is it about John Canoe that appeals to you?
I don't know, his total lack of discipline and his ill-behaved character, and just about everything about John Canoe appeals to me. I mean, he's a goofball.
Do you see any of Busy Petrov in John Canoe?
It's more like, do I see any Ed Rachels and Busy Petrov?
You better explain that.
Oh, well, well, you know, John Canoe is like, it's a lot of you, Ed. It's a lot of Ed Rachels in there. And it's a lot of goofball Ed, which has a lot to do with, I mean, your character is definitely John Canoe, but it's to me, too, if I went out there and made an asshole out of myself like you do every night on stage, then it would be really like playing Busy Petrov out there. Yeah.
Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Oh, jeez. No, I just like to thank me, because thankless task, you know what I mean? I might as well thank myself.
Do you have to mop the floors every night, or?
No. Actually, I get off pretty easily. I get off pretty easily. This last week I've been kind of lax in my duties, and I let Mary slave away because I'm a bitch. I'd like to thank Mary for mopping the floors every night. That's what I'd really like to do. Nothing else really to say.
Okay, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Sailor boy, I can tell. Animal pictures, they break your heart. Am I right? A sentimental guy like you doesn't even go to them. I shouldn't even waste my time talking to a guy like you. Am I right? Absolutely. There you go. Oh, look at this. What have these guys got here?
I'm about to sail forever. I must sail along.
You're gonna go back to
I see your world so close to me. I see the lights. I see the harbor lights. I see a city just beyond the harbor lights. I can't drop the anchor, can't lower the sail, and go inside the harbor lights, where the city never sleeps and there ain't no jail. Just beyond the harbor lights, pretty city made of light and stone. Just beyond the harbor lights, nature's our mysterious, time passes slowly. Just beyond the harbor lights, oh, pretty women, I'm bound to sail forever. Oh, pretty women, I must sail along. I see your world so close to me. I see the lights. I see the harbor lights. I see a city just beyond the harbor lights. I see a city just beyond the harbor lights. Just beyond the harbor lights. Just beyond the harbor lights. Just beyond the
See the blinking light.
See how the blinking light runs. So you're still making your documentary? Well, shoot away. If you'd like to see a star get made up, welcome to my dressing room. This is an eyebrow pencil. And we underline right as close as you can get up there. So it makes your eye look bigger on stage. It's the grande illusion. And now we have cameras everywhere.
Considering the budget of this show, this is going to be one of the most well-documented theater pieces I've ever seen.
Really?
And could you say something just like, I don't have any tape running in this, but...
Now I'd like to say a few words on behalf of Ed, the camera person on this film.
Turn up the mic.
Would everyone like to say hi? Say hi to Ed.
Hi, Ed.
Hi, everybody.
We love you. We love you so
You're doing a
much.
superb job, even though we haven't seen a foot of this yet.
That's right.
My name is Ed.
Such stress.
Should we
But
call
he's
you
been thinking
Mr.?
about changing it.
Our feeling about you is, let's have lunch.
Really. Ed, also known as somebody's lunch.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome. Just remember that.
Yeah, right. Okay, you saved my life.
I saved you.
Dave, you
Can
had
our
something to
Bibles back, please? Very important part of the show.
Really catch that? Good.
I like it. It's a wrap. The picture of Dorian Gray, the hair of Roger Devlin.
Last night, it's kind of a sad thing. I'll get through it though.
What?
I like the knock around, I tell you that.
Light? See the light? Say hi, wave hello.
Hi.
I was drinking up my quota on a steamy island night. I was looking for some action, some serious flirtation, when a Caribbean cutie shimmied over into slide. was the perfect Crosby picture, just a apricot delight. Her eyes were tulips, the scrum was so right. She was a vision on the dance floor as the drums began their song. I said, where you going, baby? And she said, crazy. Do you want to come along? And then I did some fancy footwork with Carlotta. Little thing they call the cha-cha with Carlotta. Little thing they call the samba Carlotta. Little thing they call the rumba Carlotta. The next thing I remember, ooh, Carlotta, I woke up in a prison, no Carlotta. The last thing I remember, ooh, Carlotta, was dancing with Carlotta, my Carlotta. I asked my fellow prisoners, where's Carlotta? She's mistress to the general. My Carlotta? That's why we were arrested. Not Carlotta. We're dancing with Carlotta. Ooh la la. One dance with Carlotta is very, very nice. One dance with Carlotta, you must pay the price. The prison cell was open. Ooh, Carlotta. God knew it, the general. Ooh, Carlotta. And we all asked the general, where's Carlotta? The general was weeping. The last thing I remember was dancing with Carlotta. Carlotta. Little thing they call the samba. Carlotta. Little thing they call the cha-cha. Carlotta. The last thing I remember, Carlotta, there was a revolution. Carlotta. We have another general. Carlotta. He's dancing with Carlotta. My Carlotta. One dance with Carlotta is very, very nice. One dance with Carlotta, and then you pay the price. One little kiss with Carlotta. One little dance with Carlotta. One little night with Carlotta. One little dance with Carlotta.
Okay. You gotta talk really loud now, Sheldon.
He talks with his horn.
Sheldon.
Answer the man's questions, Sheldon. The man's asking you some questions. You should answer them. Sheldon, listen to me. This is Sheldon Brown. This is one of the two sax players I was talking about in our interview yesterday. I'm still Raoul of Raoul's Modern Dance.
Tell us about Sheldon.
Sheldon's this guy to my left. He plays soprano saxophone, bass clarinet, flute, harmonica. He also played the synthesizer at the very beginning of the show when Dancer got all that applause. That was actually Sheldon on the synthesizer. Is there anything else you'd like to say about yourself on your own behalf, Sheldon? Sheldon's a mean motherfucker. Can I say that on the air? Sheldon also plays with me in The Stupids. And what we were doing when we were focusing the camera was I was holding this book up in front of Sheldon's face. It says, "The Stupids Die." And this played kind of, in a really remote sort of poetic sort of Charles Bukowski kind of a way.
You want to talk in rap?
Charles Bukowski kind of a way. This show sort of epitomizes the death of the Stupids. This is the beginning of projects that Raoul is working on that are non-Stupids projects. But Sheldon's a stupid, so maybe I'm overstating the case.
Hi, Daddy. Now sing a song.
Is there anything you'd like to add to that, Sheldon?
Oh, what has God wrought? No, don't turn it up.
Turn it up,
That'll
turn it up.
scare. That'll scare. Save this till she's 26 and show it to her.
All the way on the right.
No, put it all the way
That up to 4.
right here in front of her.
Can I say something, Ellen? Ow!
La 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 la.
Rain, rain, go away.
Rain, 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 go away.
Maybe turn up the synthesizer to 4 to 5. To 5.
job. Give him 5.
No, I haven't.
Really?
You ready?
Open the cake.
Here we go.
All right. Oh yeah, it should be really good.
Now we all make noise.
Get the cutting.
That's beautiful.